Finally, let's talk about where a superconscious solution comes from. In our day-to-day life, we find that there are two major sources of superconscious solutions. Source number one is from intuition. We'll be going about our daily business, we'll be driving along, we'll be in a conversation, or we'll be working on a particular challenge that's facing us or a particular goal, and suddenly we will get an intuitive flash where the answer leaps into our minds almost like a shout, if you like. It's called the still small voice within. We get that feeling that the answer is perfectly correct. And by the way, whenever we have an intuitive feeling that something is right, it usually is right for us. And whenever we have an intuitive feeling that something is wrong, it means that it is wrong for us. And one of the smartest things that we can do is always listen to our intuition or to our gut feeling in making any major decision. As a matter of fact, in some of the most sophisticated and advanced works on corporate creativity, they recommend that you go through all of the idea generation processes, all of the evaluation process, all the market research, and when you have done all of the left brain research, then sit down very quietly and listen to your gut. And if your gut tells you to go ahead with it, then go ahead with it. But even with all the research, if your gut tells you not to do it, don't do it. The second source of superconscious insight is chance encounters. One of the things that we find about the superconscious mind is that it works often in a totally unpredictable and unforeseen manner. Sometimes somebody will telephone us, and in the course of the conversation, we'll find that they have the solution that we need. Sometimes we will open the newspaper or open a magazine, even a magazine that we never read, and there will be an article that is exactly the solution to the dilemma that we have. Sometimes we will meet somebody casually who will make a suggestion to us which will turn out to be the perfect solution to the major problem or challenge or goal that we're trying to accomplish. But be alert to these chance encounters. Be alert to the people that you run into that may have the solutions for you. Be alert to the written materials that you come across that may contain the answers, because almost invariably the answers come in ways that are totally unexpected, not in the ways that we would logically expect them to come. And finally, how do you tell a superconscious flash? How do you tell a superconscious idea? There are three things that occur when a superconscious idea comes into our mind. The first is that the idea will come into our mind 100% complete. It will be total in every respect. It will cover every single aspect of the problem and answer every single part of the dilemma. It will be a complete answer, not a partial answer or a fragmentary answer, and we will recognize it as being the ideal solution. The second way that you tell a superconscious solution is that it will be a blinding flash of the obvious. Almost in every case, it will be so obvious, so simple, that you will have the tendency to say, "Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? It is so simple." The reason that you didn't think of it, by the way, is that it was either too early or that you were not ready for the answer. But when the solution does come, that is so clear, that's this blinding flash of the obvious, that when it does come, it's exactly right for you, and the timing is exactly right also. And the third thing that occurs with the advent of a superconscious solution is that you will feel a burst of joy and energy, a feeling of elation and excitement, physically and mentally, that every superconscious solution comes accompanied with the energy, the inspiration, the motivation, and the excitement that causes you to want to implement it right now. It causes you to want to get up and do something about it right this minute. If ever you get a superconscious solution just before you go to sleep, which is very often where people get solutions, sometimes it will make you so excited you won't be able to sleep all night long. Many people, by the way, get superconscious solutions as they're falling asleep, when their conscious mind is dropping into alpha, or when they're waking up, when their conscious mind is coming up through alpha. That's why the first hour of the morning is a powerful time for stimulating superconscious creativity. That's why it's so important to write and to rewrite our goals, because every time we rewrite our goals, we stimulate the superconscious. It's so important to visualize the ideal results that we want, because visualization is one of the most powerful stimuli to the superconscious. Every time we create a clear mental picture of what we want to be, have, or do, it stimulates the superconscious into activation. So, to just basically recap, remember, creativity cannot be forced. That each one of us is a genius, and each one of us has the capability to function at genius levels, irrespective of our past education, our IQ, our intelligence, our previous experience. The the most important thing is to absolutely believe that you have this superconscious capability that you can plug into on demand. And what stimulates that superconscious capability is a complete, calm, confident, expectant faith in your own ability to solve your problems and achieve your goals. The more clear and precise your goals can be, and the more committed you are to accomplishing them, the more rapidly the superconscious capability will work to impel and project those goals into your life.